Good morning, world. It's October the 6th, 2020. So, 2020, I think we can all agree, has not been the best of years. It's been marked by a good deal of loss. It's been marked by a lot of change. And I would say for me, a lot of really good change, but also a lot of really difficult change. And it's been such a hard year. But like I said, it's October the 6th. October the 6th is my brain anniversary. So I have to tell the story. So it all started a couple months before, I guess August, maybe September. It felt like a very long time before October the 6th. Probably when I look back, this was the time period in my life that seemed like it took the longest. A lot like I think 2020 feels to us, like it will never end. But the ending was good, so stay tuned. So I was standing in the bus line. I was 15 years old. It was my junior year in high school. And I remember seeing the bus coming down the parking lot, but it looked weird. It was like snapshots. And I would see every few seconds of what was going on instead of what we normally see. And the next thing I know, there are a couple of ambulance workers standing over me, and they're asking me what day it is and who the president is. And so they took me to the hospital, and had just some different tests done, and they didn't show anything. So then I went home, and we kind of went about our business the best that we could. I had a birthday somewhere in there, not my best of birthdays. But anyways, we just kind of hoped, that this is not going to happen, and that was just really weird. But of course, it did continue happening. There were some times at night that I woke up very sick. There were some times that I was out doing something, and it would just happen again. And as a high school girl, well, really, I think just as a human being, it was so scary. Never knew when it was going to happen, if it was going to happen again, and it was just really scary. And for sure, as a young kid, I was kind of embarrassed, definitely self-conscious, and so just a really hard time. So anyways, we kept going to doctor's appointments and kept having different scans done. And eventually we had an EEG done and an MRI. And what we found is that I had a brain bleed and I'd been having seizures, that was on the docket of possibilities, but it took a while to get there. And I'm just so thankful that I have parents who weren't going to accept, well, we just don't know. Or, it's just whatever, it'll go away. Because we did hear that. And, I'm thankful that my parents said, no, this is not normal. This is, we have to get to the bottom of it. So grateful. But anyways, so my brain was bleeding. This was a problem. I had to have brain surgery. So I had brain surgery, and I would love, sort of, to be able to say, done, moved on. But that's actually the easier part of the story. So I had the surgery on October the 6th, 1998, 22 years ago. And so when I woke up, I was having some trouble talking. Now, that was probably mostly from the tube. But then I also found that my left arm I couldn't move. My left leg I couldn't move. My whole left side, my face was droopy. And so then, again, as a young kid, you're wondering, oh my gosh, I am never going to be normal again. I'm not going to be able to walk. I'm not going to be able to live a normal life at all. What's happening? Didn't want to be a burden on my family for the rest of my life. I'm going down this road of, oh my goodness, what's what's the future going to be? And I started physical therapy and occupational therapy, and still have a little bit of a drag in my foot when I walk, especially if I'm tired. Sometimes my smile is a little bit crooked. Sometimes my left arm just does random things, like it just kind of sits up here sometimes when I'm talking. So, I still have some signs of that, but honestly, I take it as a reminder of a God who is good, a God who takes care of me, and who works all things out for good. And so yeah, that's my story. Here I am. It took some therapy. It took some time for healing, and just so much life has happened since then. There's been a wedding. There have been 4 kids, a few jobs, college. I mean, so many things. And I really just count it as a miracle. And so I just feel like a lot of this can be applied to 2020. Like, what a crappy year. What a crappy situation. It's not good. You can find the bright side in there sometimes. There are some happy things going on. But overall, it's just a no good, crappy year. But stay strong. Just like for me, so much life has happened. So much life is going to happen after this year. So stick with it. Sometimes we have to deal with the hard stuff to get to the good stuff.